first we're gonna get the scallions separated first. We're gonna start to chop and mince the white part of the scallions. This we use for marinade. The finer the better. With the green section of the scallions, you're just gonna chop it up and put it in a separate bowl. We're gonna use this to put in hot oil later for garnishing on the top of the pork chops. Today I'm gonna use 6 pieces of pork chops, and I like to prefer the thinly sliced one with a little bit fat on the surrounding. To make the meat more tender, we're gonna pound them a little bit, but don't over pound them. After we pound them, we're gonna cut a little cut on the outer corner of the fat. So in that way, when you grill or you fry, they don't curl up. They're just gonna be flat when you fry them or grill them. Just like how the restaurant do it. And make sure you use a paper towel to pat dry the meat before you marinate. Now we're gonna get the marinade ready. First, I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons of sugar. You can use brown sugar if you want. Here I have a regular granulated sugar. 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. And again, any fish sauce will do. Give it a stir. Now add in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. I prefer kikkoman, and half tablespoon of molasses. This will give the meat a little bit of a color. You can use dark soy sauce if you like. 2 tablespoons of honey. My honey has been on the shelf for a while, so it's kind of thick. I just have to put this in a microwave for 20 seconds to melt them. Give it a stir. Next, mix in 3 tablespoons of minced lemongrass. If you like to, you can use more than 3 tablespoons. But I think this is enough flavor. And minced shallots. That's about 2 tablespoons there. And then the minced part of the white scallions. Give it a stir. A little bit of black peppers, about half teaspoon. Give it another stir. And now we're going to add more, about 1 tablespoon of oil. This is going to keep the meat stay nice and, moist when you grill them. Because we don't put oil when we grill, so this helps to moist the meat. Place a little bit of the marinade sauce under or on the bottom of the container. Or you can just put all your meat into the container and pour all the marinade over it and give it a good shake. Or you can use a Ziploc bag. Either one will do. It's fine. As long as it's got covered evenly with the marinated sauce, it would be fine. Okay, here I just layer my meat, and I'm going to add, with each layer I'm going to put the marinade sauce in between, just to coat them evenly. Like I said, either way will do, any way you like it. Okay, now I'm going to pour the rest of my sauce over, and I'm just gonna mix them up thoroughly with my hand. Note that I don't use salt in my marinade because soy sauce and fish sauce is already salty. And also I didn't add in the garlic either because I don't like the fact that when you grill or fry pork chops, the garlic is the first one that gets burned, and the taste of burnt garlic will not make your meat taste good. So I leave it out. Okay, after this we're gonna just put the lid back on and place this in the refrigerator for overnight or 30 to 40 minutes before you grill. Before we grill, make sure you warm up your grill and make sure the meat is at least room temperature. Okay, you're gonna place all the meat at once. I'm grilling my meat on high heat today because it's so windy out here. It just flows the flame the other direction, so my meat cannot be cooked properly. So that's why I have to cook it on high heat. On a normal day, cook it on a medium high would be best. Okay, do not try to flip them back and forth, just flip them once. Cook each side at least 7 minutes. Okay, flip it now and cook the other side for another 7 minutes. Okay, make sure there's no blood oozing out of the bones, and that's when you know you're done. So back inside, I'm gonna warm up my oil and place all the green part of the scallions. Turn off the heat and set it aside. It will cook itself even if you turn off the heat. Oh, wow. The oil is still hot. Make sure you don't burn the scallion. Make sure you turn off the heat right away after the oil get hot. Now we're gonna make the sauce. I have a small key lime here. Just cut them in half and make sure you remove the seed there. And I'm gonna use 1 clove of garlic. Okay, now give it a whack and then thinly mince the garlic or finely mince the garlic until it's nice and fine. With this sauce, it's gonna taste like a little bit sour, sweet, and salty at the same time. So you're gonna use equivalent of sugar and fish sauce. I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of sugar today. Okay. With this, I'm gonna add in 6 tablespoons of warm water. You can use cold, but I like to use warm or hot water to melt the sugar. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give it a little stir until the sugar dissolves. Like I said, you don't have to use hot water. You can use cold water. It just takes longer to dissolve the sugar with cold water instead. So here I'm using hot water. Okay, now the sugar is already dissolved. Now we're gonna get ready to add in the lime juice. I'm gonna remove the seed from the lime. Here I'm using key lime. It's a very tiny little lime, not a regular size lime. So I'm using the whole lime. If you use regular lime, just half of it, okay? Squeeze them all in. The same for the other piece of lime. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. If you want it to be more salty, just add a little more fish sauce. But this recipe is pretty much even out the taste of sweet, salty, and a little bit sour. Okay, now we're going to add in the finely minced garlic and then the hot chili paste. Or you can use fresh chili. I don't have any today, so I'm using the one in the jar. A little bit is good. If you want more spicy, just add more. Warm up a little frying pan, just enough for the egg. Drizzle some oil, not too much. Until the oil is hot, pour in the egg and cook in medium-low. Don't try to burn up the egg white. I cook about 7 minutes. Depends how well done you want it. We are set. Okay, we're gonna serve it on a plate of rice. We put rice on the bottom, piece of pork chop with the scallions oil on top. Place an egg on top of the rice, and then you slice some tomato wedges. And you can also eat with cucumber, lettuce, and any vegetable you like to. And then you can also pour in the fish sauce that we made earlier into the rice. Enjoy! And here are some of my other videos that I post. Make sure to watch it. Thank you for watching. Bye.